All right. I should be okay now. I should be okay now. Everything's fine. Trying to. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome. And yeah, welcome. So, came on. I was looking at the astrology and was talking to Andrea yesterday, and I asked her. I said, "Are you feeling aggravated?" Hey, 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 hello. and she said, "Yeah, I'm feeling aggravated." I'm like, "Yeah, okay. What's going on?" Well, Pluto, lovely Pluto, and a few things. Okay, first of all, we're heading into Leo season, and that's happening this week. With that, we have a Sun Mercury opposition with Pluto happening right now. Oppositions are difficult. They are really, it's like, somebody wants to go this way and somebody wants to go this way. Pluto's a big thing. And I mean, he's been a little shit disturber for a little while right now. And he is stirring things up. And he's letting the Sun know, and he's letting Mercury know, that time to get things together. Time to be in your, follow your intuition. Follow those positive energies that are guiding you. Don't start going and trying to turn around and fix things. Things are going to start to explode in many different ways, physically and metaphysically. We are coming to points in the astrology where it's showing me that they're going to, the word I gotta love my guides, they're going to start going nuclear. And when things start going nuclear and things are starting to go crazy, we have Pluto, plutonium, Mercury's coming up to Uranus, uranium, and we have the North Node that are going to be conjuncting with Uranus. This means that the shit is about to get weird, and things are going to start to explode. And it is for us as light workers to really follow our intuition upon the road and stay in our light. This isn't a time to fall and because there's going to be some crazy people coming out of the woodwork trying to get you to go into directions that you don't want to go into. And that's why it's so important for you to stay in your light. The moon is making its last 3/4 square and to the sun, and it's in Aries. I mean, when it was making its first quarter square in Libra, I mean, it was like, that was pretty intense in itself, before we had the full moon. Now we're coming into the 3/4 square of the, for the new moon that's going to be happening in Leo. So things are starting to heat up. Now, I'm just going to say a little warning out to any of my fixed signs. And because you're going to feel it because of the squares that are happening, the oppositions that are happening right now, you're going to feel it quite intensely. And anyone who has, I just feel like if you are, depending where your sun is, say you're a Leo, and depending where your sun is, within opposition with Pluto, and Pluto's going to be going into Aquarius next year, 2023 and 2024. And he's going to be there for 20 years in Aquarius. So things are starting to really shake up. and we're starting to really feel it. This means it's time to prepare. Like, this is go time. This isn't time to sit on the fence and wonder, oh, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. No, follow the intuition. Your intuition is going to start saying, yeah, let's get going. Let's get activated. Let's move. Because when we see where Mars is, we're at these crazy degrees, where everything is, with Mars and the sun. That is when, at these later degrees, that's when the Manhattan Project is. The different part is that Mercury or Mars was in opposite. So Mars was in Scorpio at the time when this was going on. And we're also coming into the time when, with Hiroshima. So things are going to start getting crazy. Why did they do the public service announcement to New York? Now, these are things I know you guys don't want to hear this shit. I know you guys, this is when I start losing people. Because they're like, oh no, Mary, you're just so doom and gloom. Oh no, this isn't going to happen. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I told you about the food shortages. I told you about gas prices. I told you about lockdowns. Told you about the elixir. Next thing is that whatever they just released, people are going to start getting really sick, whether you are elixired or not. So make sure you are taking care of yourself also, with your immune system. Even that, this is the, I got it like the precursor of what came in at the beginning of 2020 before the whole thing had a name. And this is where you're going to find a lot of people over the next month getting really sick. That's the other part too. So, wow, I just felt my mother come in. So you really have to honor yourself with this. And if you do get sick, make sure you take the rest. I mean, you're probably going to be forced to take it anyways, because you won't be able to do shit all with it, because it's pretty bad. With what's happening. So there is a lot of pressure that's coming in, things that are going to be trying to change your course, and especially with the moon in Aries and with Jupiter still direct. And this is going to be the last time for a while that, with the moon being in there, with Jupiter direct, we're not going to have that for a while, because Jupiter will be retrograde for, I think, 3 months. So 3-4 months. So this is courage to get through and take on what you can take on. Don't take on anything that you are unable to take on. Don't overreach or overstretch yourself at this time, because it's going to end up biting you in the back or in the butt. So this is, as I understand it, a Trojan horse energy. So this is really to stay in your spirituality, to stay in your guidance. Notifications are just going out for people. Stay in your guidance with this energy that's coming in. It's so important for you to stay grounded, stay, doing your meditations, doing your prayers, and eating well. Eating well. Now, if you need to get a whole, do something to get food and everything in your house, I'm going to say get it. I told people, July is going to be crazy. July is going to be crazy. We're only on the 18th of July. We still have to get through the whole month before August comes in. And this is where you have to know your boundaries with people, because there's some people are going to start going crazy. People are going to start having meltdowns. And this is where it's like, you know what? I need to go, in the direction that I'm being guided to go. I need to stay on my course and do what I need to do. This is one of the reasons I'm doing the sale this month, is because shit is crazy, man. And it's getting people to make sure that they're grounded, they're focused on their green lights, they're focused on the directions of what they need to go to. The more you do that, the more you're going to be, have an easier sale through everything. This is where you're going to find, not only in the external world, in the world around us, in the Muggle world, that things are going to start getting nuclear. And you're going to find that also in your personal life, where things can start getting nuclear. So this is where it's like, okay, what do I need to do? Where do I need to go? And start making the preparations that you need to do with this. Mercury is going to be coming up to 10 degrees. And that 10-degree mark is a trigger mark in Taurus. So he's at 9 degrees right now. We're already starting to feel it. They've had some earthquakes down in California. The water is acting weird. I was talking to a few surfers, and they're saying, like, the water's super weird, Mama. I don't know what's going on. And the water's acting funny. It just doesn't feel the same. And I have someone who's really like, they have such a connection with the ocean. Like, it's like they can sit there and it's like Moana, the ocean is talking to them. And he's saying, there's something going on. The ocean is letting me know there's some kind of crazy reaction that's going to happen. He goes, he says, I don't know what it is, but it's feeling weird, man. And he was saying that it's like the water is trying to let him know that there's, something's happening. It's not acting normal. So this is, Mother Nature is trying to tell us, like, nature tells us things, shows us, things. And many times we are not paying attention to what is actually happening and what is going on. So truly understand how you are feeling emotionally. And this is where you have to, this is where, you're going to be seeing doors are opening. It's like, here it is. We're entering into the big show. The big show is about to begin. We're going through the doors right now. And we really have to stay grounded with this. We really have to stay within our spirituality, especially with, as the sun is trining over to Neptune and doing the opposition to Pluto. So this is really important for us to stay in our alignment as we go forward. And it just feels very off. Like, things are feeling off. I'm feeling, somewhat off. Irritability is a big one. People being very irritable. People feeling very unable to focus or ground. Very off. Like, it's funny that I was feeling very, even at work today, I was feeling very, like, almost like I couldn't, it was like I couldn't get straight, even though I was straight. So my body felt like it was leaning to one side. Really odd. So there is definitely a change in the energies and the vibrations at this time. And it's so important for us to, I just got over fucking do your spirituality, to the hilt at this time, especially as the timelines are shifting at this time. And this is bringing in a lot of the dark. But there's, along with all of that dark, there is where it's, the light is saying, are you listening to me? Come over here, follow over here. It's like, Brave, the movie Brave, and the little sprites were leading her, follow the sprites. They're going to lead you to what you want. They're going to lead you into the direction where you need to go, but you really have to listen to where you need to go. So this is just a big warning that I'm wanting to tell you about. When I saw the PSA for New York, I thought that was like, this is fucking crazy. Seeing that, and if you haven't seen it, it is the PSA to telling the people what to do in case of nuclear explosion. I just have to say, if there's a nuclear explosion in the center of New York, there's not a whole hell of a lot you can do. Here's the other weird thing, is that where the Manhattan Project was in the New York area, where they were getting together to work on the atom bomb. And this is also the energy of when the bomb was dropped. So there's just the timelines and Mercury or Mars coming up to that 10 degrees with Uranus. Uranus is erratic. Uranus, you don't know how he's going to react to this, and especially with the North Node coming in. So we have this erratic variable that's happening at this time, and in which direction it's going to go into, it's anyone's guess. But it's very high, crazy nuclear, energies, and that's what when you look at the two with the and Pluto, so you got the plutonium and the uranium there, which makes a nuclear energy. So if you don't have stuff that you need right now, I would say do what you can to get what you need right now. Look at how you can really just take care of yourself. We're going to be, Germany right now. Germany's going to be having a hell of a time. France is another one that is going to be having a heck of a time, especially as we are seeing more of the inflation happen and the economy, and also with the food shortages that are going to be coming. Somebody said to me, it's like, there's no food shortages. Well, I gotta say, well, okay, then how come most stores can't get zucchinis right now? I mean, you might be able to be growing zucchinis in your garden, but a lot of stores are unable to get zucchinis right now. Crazy. Zucchinis, right? Chickpeas is another one. So anything to do with chickpeas are going to be on a shortage. So if you like chickpeas, start buying some chickpeas. You're going to start seeing a lot of these different things are, you're going to start seeing them when you go to the store. I don't like coming out with messages like this, but I sort of sat here and just feeling into them, just feeling into the energies, and listen to a few other astrologers, and not many of them are going to say, they're going to try and whitewash this all down and make it so, it's not that bad, just stay in your light. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, stay in your light, stay positive, go with your green lights, go with your intuition, but prepare. Because this week is going to start getting crazy, and we're going to be feeling a great emotional energy and overwhelmness with all of this as well. So it's really honoring ourselves during this week. I don't know what else to say. Just looking at some of my notes, I'm just like, wow. So if you do meditations, make sure you are continuing your meditations, continuing your focus on your own spiritual journey and what you need to be doing for yourself, and putting up the boundaries. putting out the boundaries, because there's going to be some crazy ass shit people that are going to start coming in and appearing. That's for sure. So, not going to stay on here too long. Sending you so much love. But so if you've been feeling any oddity, if you've been feeling any overwhelmness, this is why. With Mars coming into that 10-degree part, and triggering off a lot of the solar eclipse energy. This is an activation of a lot of different energies are being activated at that 10-degree point, and it's pushing into this divisions, and making these divisions that are going to be coming forward as we step into our new paradigm. So be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. Don't want I'm yawning, sorry. And take care. Take care. As we are stepping into more of the craziness, but it's going to bring in a lot of the transformations that we are going to be needing. So, sending you guys out so much love, and I'm going to go have a lie down now because I'm exhausted, and this energy doesn't help either. So, have a blessed day. And if you're wanting to book a reading, I do have times this week and to get you guys booked in. If not, we can get you in next week. And if not next week, we will get you in. Trust me. The sale's on until the end of July, right? Husband woke up yesterday and felt really off. I know he didn't like to feel feelings, but all held his hand and put selenite between us. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, it's things are, we'll be seeing how things are going to be moving, especially because we're coming into with the Taurus energy, the Uranus, the North Node, and with Mars there. That's war. And how things are going to start to escalate more so. I mean, they're closing embassies right now in different European countries. So when they're starting to close embassies, something's up. People are getting the warnings. Get your people out because I'm coming in. So, and that's what happened before the invasion of Ukraine, where embassies were being closed and people, they're getting their people out. So it's happening again in different countries. And, I'm, with Germany and the thing is, people don't want to talk about any of this. You're not seeing a lot of this on mainstream news. You're not hearing about the protest, with all the farmers that are happening. You're not hearing any about the protests or any other protests. Mainstream media is really trying to hide a lot of this, so that you don't see it, and keep it hush hush and quiet. So this is I can feel there is something really coming to bits. I don't know if they will. Somebody asked me if they will bomb New York. I don't know if he'll bomb New York, but he might. There might be something else that happens within New York, or part of the grid will go down. That's the other part too. So is putting the grid down. So we have to be ready and be prepared. for this. But sometimes there, you know what? It comes to a point where you've done everything, you've prepared everything, and there's not, there's like, I don't know what else to prepare for. So it's like, okay, let's continue on living our lives and doing what we need to do to live our lives, and keeping positive in what we are doing, and staying in the truth of who we are and in our light. So that's going to be a big piece to this as well. So blessings to you all, and sending you guys out so much love. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say, and all that you be, and all that you do. Have a blessed one, everybody. And I'll try and come on hopefully tomorrow and post up some horoscopes. I can't even think right now. So we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.